Today, the Atlanta Falcons, a 1.5 underdog against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 46.5 the total at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The Buccaneers have won 5 straight as a favorite against NFC South Division opponents. Alabama, 34.5-point home favorite with Louisiana Monroe. Auburn laying 42.5 at home at Ball State. Tulane, a 10-point favorite at South Alabama. UAB, a 3-touchdown dog at Navy, 59.5 the total. For more, go to VSIN.com. Mike Sennett, 96.
Can you get me a little type C?
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
You're tired.
Well, the lunchtime whistle and the morning's finally done. I'm jumping in my car, I'm gonna have a little fun. The Doghouse Network's on my radio dial. Big Dog's taking care of business for a while. If you're listening to another station I don't understand, but nobody does it like Thom Abraham.
Give us a call, Steve.
He's a northern-bred, southern-fed, slick-talking guy. Listeners in his posse are the Junkyard Dogs. The SEC from Tennessee to calling them hogs. From Gainesville up to Lexington to the Titan Tiger Land, nobody does it like Thom Abraham.
I guess I'm on here. Am I on? Can somebody respond?
Oh, baby! That can only be one thing. That's what we're talking about. Football Friday! The Doghouse. Doesn't get any better than this. Biggest day of the week. During the biggest time of the year. Football music throughout, including this little guitar riff. How sweet is that? I just can't get enough of it. I got to tell you, for those of you newbies to the show, that is the original Monday Night Football theme song from 1970, man. I remember watching that first game when it hit. It was the Browns and the Jets. I was 9 years old. My daddy let me stay up till halftime. Game started at 9 o'clock Eastern time. Wasn't halftime till 10:30. That's when those games started back in the day. 9 o'clock Eastern time. It's crazy. Of course, Friday in the Doghouse means the highly interactive, often imitated, never duplicated.
It's the holiest day of the week, the Friday trifecta.
The Owen Home Appliance Friday trifecta. And I will get you all the details on that in a moment. But let me tell you, if you want to get in on this action, you might want to go ahead and dial me up now. All right? You might want to jump on the lines now because Friday is a busy day. I'm just telling you, it's always kind of swamped on Friday. So if you want to get in, whether you're listening in the South, in Huntsville, or to Nashville in the North, or Winchester in the middle, phone number remains the same, 256-576-4977. Text window is open as well. We read those on the air. It is a great way to communicate with me, and it is also a tremendous way to get into the trifecta because, to be quite honest with you, we don't take trifecta picks anywhere other than on the phone line, or we'll take them, through the text window. That's all. You got 2 spots, 2 places. That's how you get in. All right. So if you want to jump on board, you can do it there. You can watch the show as well on WZZN TV, on YouTube, or on Facebook and X. My X feed is at Thom Abraham Show, and it is posted there. So you can check that out as well. At the top of the one, Lee Sterling, is back from ParamountSports.com to look at some of this action for this weekend. I told you it's a horrific college football weekend. There's a couple of things that are interesting, but for the most part, it's a horrific college football weekend. But it is a great weekend of NFL football as we get things started there. Wide open first hour. Lee Sterling at the top of hour number 2. All right? So we'll be taking your calls. Now, we're celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Friday Trifecta. This year, it's the Owen Home Appliance Friday Trifecta. This runs all the way through the Super Bowl with plenty of opportunity to get in and start racking up points. And you know what? Later in the year, that's when the multipliers will come in. So you want to make sure that you get in every week and pile up points. So what are you playing for? How about this? Our winning handicapper after the Super Bowl will win the complete Gordon Ramsay set of kitchen appliances from Owen Home Appliance. We're talking about a new range hood, fridge, and dishwasher. $10,400 value, and you pay nothing. No, you don't have to pay the taxes or nothing. Okay? And get this. Maybe you already got a new kitchen. Maybe you don't need a new kitchen. No worries. You can replace this with something else of equal value from Owen Home Appliance. This is the biggest prize package that we have ever offered in 25 years. Worst case scenario, you take it and you sell it. Doesn't matter. It is tremendous. We call it the grand trifecta. We have prizes each week. Phil the Blacksmith and Hollywood won food prizes last week because they hit all 4. They hit all 4. You get a point if you hit the trifecta. All right? That's the first 3 games. That's the trifecta. That's what trifecta means. You hit the first 3 games, you get a point on the big board towards your total for the season. If you add the 4th game, that's the bonus game. Then you get 2 more points, so you get 3 points total. We had 2 guys do that last week. Nobody got 1 point. We had 2 guys that hit all 4 games last week, which were all college games because we didn't have the NFL. This week, we're NFL heavy because we don't have a very good college slate. And remember, I don't put cupcake games in the trifecta, all right? I don't put cupcake games in the trifecta. I just don't. Not doing it. We're not laying 36.5 to UL Monroe. We're not doing that. All right? We just don't. So this week, just 1 college game in there and 3 NFL games since we kicked off the NFL season last night. So in the words of Dak Prescott, here we go. 1 college game on the board.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. And so they're trying hard.
Michigan gets 4.5 at Oklahoma.
I've always said I've never recruited a white quarterback.
There you go, Barry Switzer. The Barry Switzer classic. That was in an interview I believe that was in an interview with my son Joe, who does a morning show at ESPN Winchester. I believe that's where that came from. I've kind of forgotten now. The Titans.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Get 8.5 at Denver.
Rocky Mountain High, Colorado.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Baker Mayfield has been better since Odell Beckham went out.
-2.5 at the Falcons.
The Falcons are headed to the Super Bowl.
You heard that right. They are the favorite. In our bonus,
we're going to bite a kneecap off. We're going to kick you in the teeth.
The Lions get 2.5 at Green Bay.
Lombardi.
If you look at this play, what we're trying to get is a seal here and a seal here and try to run this play in the alley.
There you go. You get 1 point for the first 3. You get all 4. You get fed, and you get 3 points. Last night in Philly, Jalen Hurts and the Eagles picked up where they left off in a game marred by a spitting incident before the first play. in a 1 hour weather delay that basically killed the game. It did. It was 24-20. Very entertaining game. 24-20 with 6 minutes to go in the third when the teams were sent off the field because there was lightning in like New Jersey or someplace. They came back to play at 11:30 Eastern time, 1 hour and 6 minutes later, and didn't score a point in the final 21 minutes of the game. And by the way, the back number on that game, the total, the over-under, was 47 points. And with 21 minutes left in the game, the total was 44 points, and it died right there at 44. Now, personally, I was excited to have A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith in my fantasy lineup. But in the end, Smith had 3 catches for 18 yards, and A.J. Brown was targeted once, and he caught it for 8 yards. I don't even know if I don't even get a point for that. I get like 0.8 of a point. It's crazy. Hurts squeezed out of the pocket 14 times for 62 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns. Who knows if Micah Parsons could have done anything about that? I mean, everybody's like, "Oh, see, if they had Micah Parsons in there, we don't even know if he's going to play against Detroit or how effective he'll be. We don't know if it would have changed anything." Losing Jalen Carter was almost fatal for Philadelphia because the Cowboys proceeded to run the ball right down the Eagles' throat to start that game. Tyler Booker looked very good in his Cowboys debut at right guard. You know what? Dallas might be all right. They might be all right. I did have them in Beat the Big Dog. I did give them a plus the 8.5 at Beat the Big Dog, while Crimson Carl took Philly. So I'm already one up on him now. I believe Grasshopper had Dallas as well. It was amazing to see how many Alabama players were in that game on both sides of the ball. I mean, you had Hurts and Smith and Landon Dickerson and Tyler Steen and the rookie Jihad Campbell in there for the Eagles. They had a couple of other guys that, Eli Ricks is on that squad. He was inactive, and they got an injured, Bryant Young. And the Cowboys had Booker, and they had Trevon Diggs in there. A lot of Alabama players in that game. When I watch Alabama play now, I don't know that I'm looking at a bunch of players that are going to be in the NFL in 2 years. Some, maybe. All right, back in mission control. Playing the platters that matter and the stacks of wax and answering the very busy phones. Living large and in charge on a Friday. It's the Prodigy, the Grasshopper. It's Baby Abe. It's Young John.
I'm the producer of this show. If I didn't step up, you're nowhere. I put this thing together on a spit and polish.
I don't know how to say this, so I'm going to choose my words very carefully. I think you're a psycho.
I have a sentimental weakness for my children, and I spoil them, as you can see. They talk when they should listen.
Give me back my son!
I don't like violence, Thom. I'm a businessman.
I'm telling you, there's an embarrassing press conference in that kid's future.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Do you hear the grasshopper, which is at your feet?
Old man, how is it that you hear these things?
Young man, how is it that you do not?
As quickly as you can, snatch the pebble from my hand. When you can take the pebble from my hand, it will be time for you to leave.
Take that pebble yet?
Oh, yeah, we're living large.
Yeah, we are living large on a Friday. We're kicking it out here on a football Friday. Cowboys almost got that win. I mean, I thought they were going to win that football game last night. I know that you also had the Cowboys and Beat the Big Dog. I didn't have them winning the game outright, but I thought halfway through the night that was going to happen. I don't know if you stayed with it late. You get up. You gotta get. Well, I get up early anyway. I get up at 6 o'clock anyway. But I was a little dismayed with the 1 hour rain delay.
Yeah, I had to go to sleep, and honestly, when I woke up, I thought that the Cowboys actually got it done, but I was wrong. But regardless, I did get my pick right yesterday. The Cowboys were
You didn't miss anything because there was no scoring after
Exactly.
the game was over.
Yeah.
I mean, they had 21 minutes. Can you imagine the people that might have had the game over 47 and there's 20 minutes to go in the game and they're like, yeah, baby, 24-20. This thing is going, 50, 60-point game.
Yeah.
And then they come back from the rain delay and nothing. For 21 minutes, nothing happens.
Yeah, I feel for the people who had the fantasy players in that game as well. Of course, Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown, which if somebody had both of them in at the same time, I mean, that's just wild.
Yeah, you got to be stupid to do that. What idiot would do something like that and have both those guys in at the same time? What I'll tell you what happened. Jalen Hurts didn't suck.
No, it did not.
Because he runs for 2 and, he only threw for 150, 160 yards. But, man, it's going to continue that age-old argument. There was no way, and I was a big Jalen Hurts fan when he was at Alabama, but I knew Tua was better. You just knew that Tua. You just watched it, and you just knew that Tua was better. And there was no way on God's green earth that I ever thought, even after Jalen Hurts went to Oklahoma and became a much better passing quarterback, there was no way I thought that at this point in time, Jalen Hurts would be a better quarterback than Tua Tagovailoa. And I don't know. I say that. Tua doesn't stay healthy. When he is healthy, he looks really good. Led the league in passer rating and things like that. But I don't know that the Eagles had Tua instead of Jalen Hurts, would they be the same team? I don't know that they would. And say that if Jalen Hurts went to Miami instead of Tua, would he still be a starting quarterback, or would he have been washed out by now? I think it's the perfect guy at the perfect place. Yeah. He is the perfect quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles.
I don't think Jalen Hurts would have been washed out at Miami, but I will say this. I think the team, it's a perfect fit for him. I mean, the tush push, all of that stuff worked perfectly for a guy that could handle it, the body, the frame, everything that Jalen Hurts has got, it fits in Philly. Whereas Tua Tagovailoa, I trust that he is the better passer whenever he came into the league. But now it's gotten to the point where you need somebody who can do a little bit of both on the ground, in the air. And honestly, Tua, he used to be able to do that. But now I'm scared to see him run at any point. So, I mean, Jalen Hurts, he's the quarterback all the way that I would say would be the best Alabama starter in the NFL right now, at least at that position. Yeah. So,
would you consider him an Alabama quarterback or an Oklahoma quarterback?
I still consider him an Alabama quarterback, especially
so do
because
yeah.
the shirts that he wears under his Eagles gear usually represents the big A.
Yeah. Yeah, and anytime he's in a press conference or something like that from practice, that's what he's rocking. Usually rocking the A.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Tell you what, got a lot to get into. All right. And if you want to talk about, what are we looking for in the home openers for Alabama, Auburn, Tennessee, the cupcake games? You know what game that I'm interested in? I'm going to tell you this right now. I am interested. I'll be watching Vandy at Vatech on Saturday night. I think it's 6:30 Saturday night. The Hokies are just a 2.5-point favorite there. And that would be a very nice win for the Doors. I like that game. I do like that game. Alabama, they need to see the front seven be just dominant against UL Monroe. And I don't care what the sideline looks like. I don't care if they're all making noise and hooping and hollering and being upbeat, because it's how this team doesn't respond to adversity that's been an issue. I don't know if they're going to have a ton of adversity here. That's why I say we might not know anything, even with Wisconsin going to Tuscaloosa next week. We might not know anything until they get to Athens.
I don't know. Wisconsin's looking a lot more like a challenge now than Alabama felt.
Well,
FSU.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still at home. They're still going to be a 2-touchdown favorite. They beat them 42-10 or something like that up there last year. So, I don't know that that's a that's a huge challenge for them. Until the issue has been on the road. Wisconsin's no better than Missouri or South Carolina coming in there to beat those people. They beat Georgia when they came in there. What they do in Tuscaloosa is now secondary to whether they can get on the bus, face a little bit of adversity, and do something on the road. So for the next 2 weeks, I don't know how much we learn there. I don't know. But that, they're going to play without Tim Keenan again on the defensive line. Now Jeremiah Beeman is, who played 21 snaps at Florida State. He's done for the year. The young guys need to grow up in a hurry. And the linebackers, they need to get their eye discipline right. They need to do a better job of getting off blocks. And they got to finish tackles. The linebackers. They just need to be better. Auburn needs to get something done in their passing game. Since they really didn't use it at Baylor. They didn't need it at Baylor, but it would be nice, this is a good opportunity for them to work on that passing game a little bit. And it would be nice to see them clamp down on Ball State defensively. And look, Tennessee, they just stomp a mud hole in East Tennessee State. I mean, they just, come on. All right, tell you what. So that we can bang calls for the rest of the hour, let's get the break in here, and then we will come back. Oh, goodness gracious almighty. Philip, Wolverine Dan, Philip Blacksmith, and Hal in that order. Jump in line with those guys. We'll be back. Thom Abraham Show.
Tom Luganbill here for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Bobby White and his team take great pride in their service department, and you can see it the moment you walk into those beautiful new service lanes. And just like a championship team, they all work together to make sure your experience is second to none, whether you drive a Ford or not. Also, check out the gold certified pre-owned inventory at Woody Anderson Ford for great deals every day. Stop by and see them at Jordan and Sparkman or at Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, or visit WoodyAndersonFord.com.
The company is Eagle Masonry and Insulation, but did you know they're also Eagle Landscaping and Dirt Work? Eagle can take care of all your landscaping needs, including irrigation, sod work, and planting, both plants and trees. On the dirt work side, Eagle can grade and build your pads, haul dirt in or out, and even do erosion control. Philip Love and his team can do it all for you. The website is the same, insulatewitheagle.com, as is the phone number, 256-755-1556. Give them a call and see what Eagle can do for you. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
You'll love the expanded wine selection at Liquor Express. From special occasion to everyday table wines, they've got what you need. Meet your friends at the largest tap wall in Alabama with 105 rotating selections. Then take home a growler full of your favorite, or choose from our 1,000 canned or bottled beers. Need help stocking your bar or planning your party? Liquor Express has a knowledgeable, professional in-house staff that can assist you with anything from your bar to the planning of your special event. Visit liquorexpress.net for tasting specials, giveaways, and classes.
You've been paying on that life insurance policy for years, but maybe you don't really need it anymore, or it's gotten a bit too expensive. Well, before you just let it expire, let Neighbors Insurance Solutions share with you some alternatives that you haven't considered. Don't throw away something that still may have great value for you. If you want to learn more about what Neighbors Insurance Solutions can do for you, call 256-763-7693. A death benefit could be a life benefit. Learn more at 256-763-7693.
If hunting and outdoor recreation are your passions, it all starts with the right property. That's where I come in. I am Bo Butler with Southland Realty and Auction, a hunting and recreational land specialist and a Jackson County native who sees land through a hunter's eyes. Just as you trust your guide on a big game hunt, you can trust me to find the perfect property for you. Thinking of selling? Let me help you make your land attract buyers. Remember, Bo knows land. Call me at 256-609-0512.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
A wise man once said, if you take care of old folks and children, everything in the middle will take care of itself.
Hi, I'm Danny Aldridge, lawyer in Alabama and Tennessee. In the next 20 years, the number of those folks over 65 years of age will more than double. In our golden years, the most important goal is to be treated with dignity and have control over doing what makes you grateful with those you love. At the Aldridge Law Firm and the Legal Town Center, we're dedicated to help you with these goals, and we'll be there when life throws you those inevitable curveballs. Let us assist you with your legal needs, whatever they may be or become. You may reach us by phone at 256-534-3188 or online with Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. Just remember, we're here to help. Whether it's personal injury, wrongful death, fraud and cheat, or estate planning made complete, we're here to help.
This is Bill Crawford with Crawdad's Countdown to Kickoff. I've recently had a stem cell procedure on my right knee from Dr. Charles Lee of Regenesis. Stem cells are harvested from your body and re-administered back into your body. This approach is painless, quick, and requires no lengthy rehab. My knee feels better already. Regenesis is located at 4601 Whitesburg Drive in Huntsville, Alabama. Call 256-715-8193 or Google their website for more information.
Eagle Masonry and Insulation. It's right there in the name. Eagle is your one-stop shop for block, stone, or brickwork, monument signs, and outdoor kitchens and fireplaces. Eagle also offers the finest craftsmanship and insulation, including fiberglass or spray foam insulation, and of course, insulation removal. Philip Love and his team have years of experience, bringing the region the best in masonry and insulation services. For more information and a quote, visit insulatewitheagle.com or call 256-755-1556. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This segment of the Thom Abraham Show is brought to you by my buddy Mike Owen and Owen Home Appliance Center. Yeah, I know fall is right around the corner, but it's still hot. They got everything you need at Owen Home Appliance Center, whether it's the upright refrigerator or the under-counter ice machine or the washer and dryer. They've got an incredible interactive showroom in Lacey Springs as well, just 8 miles south of the river on 231. Check them out. It's Owen Home Appliance. Learn more at owenhomeappliance.com. Yeah, welcome back to Thom Abraham Show. All football music throughout the show today. Probably going to have a lot of NFL stuff in there as well. We do have one college game in the trifecta. All right, let's get to the lines, and let's see if Philip could kind of keep it under control and try to not be offensive and just keep his focus on his Dallas Cowboys last night, who actually looked pretty decent in a game that they could have won. Philip, welcome in. How are you?
I'm not doing well, Tom. I may never watch another NFL game in my life, and I'm dead serious. This CeeDee Lamb obviously has a serious gambling problem. You cannot drop those three balls.
Oh, man, that was bad. Yeah.
Danica could have caught those balls. I could have caught those balls. You could have caught those balls. Danica's wife could have caught those balls. It's rigged, dude. It's rigged. And then the big emphasis on sportsmanship, and we're highlighting Jim Harbaugh as a head football coach tonight. Get the hell out of here.
Well, then when he catches one, then when he does catch one, CeeDee Lamb, he gets up and he's like acting or doing his first down thing and everything else. It's like, you know what? You made a 9-yard catch. How about you just go ahead and catch everything, that hits you right in the hand. The one across the middle, and they never said until they said, oh, it hit him in the helmet. They gave all these excuses as to why he didn't catch, what about that ball. And then they showed a replay from behind, and it's like, oh my God, it was a perfect pass, right in his hands, and it goes right through his hands and hits him right in the face mask.
Hit him in a horrible spot, right in the hand.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott was dropping dimes like Troy Aikman used to do.
Yeah, he was good.
Michael Irvin never, ever, ever dropped 3 balls like that in a ball game. Never. CeeDee Lamb did that on purpose. You cannot unintentionally miss that many catches that are they're put right in your hand. He's a wide receiver in the NFL, one of the highest paid players in the NFL.
Yeah.
Unexcusable. That was rigged. He did it on purpose. It's not a conspiracy. It's not the Cowboys. It's not the Eagles. That dude has a gambling problem. And no matter how much money he makes, it's not enough for him. So he's gambling and he's fixing games. It's bullcrap.
I don't think he did it on purpose. We've seen this before out of him. I mean, we have seen this whenever, especially in traffic, we have seen this before. And, I don't know that he's 100% worthy of the 88. And by the way, how weird was it? And I guess I know the Cowboys, they don't really retire numbers or many numbers. How weird was it to see 33 in the backfield? I mean, I looked, I'm like, oh my God, it's Tony Dorsett. I mean, that was so weird, wasn't it? It looked like Tony Dorsett. Now, I wonder, they retired 12, right? Staubach's jersey's got to be retired. But you see Larry Allen out there at 73. You see the playmaker out there in 88.
I saw the 73. I'm like, oh my God. That
Larry
dude
Allen.
looks like Larry Allen.
Yeah. It was
cool.
weird. It's weird. They must have some. I put our crack research team on that. Dallas has some retired them. Do they give out 54? Randy White's number, which was also Chuck Hawley was 55.
There's been 54 since Randy White. I'm pretty sure. Yes.
Yeah. Not 12 though, right? Nobody gets a 12, right? 8 is 8. Does anybody get 8? I don't know.
Should never be another 8.
There shouldn't be an 8, and then you got a 22.
8 should be retired in the entire NFL for Troy Aikman. No one should ever be allowed to wear 8 again.
Do you want to get on a trifecta, because we are jammed with calls? Today's the day we go fast. Yeah. Okay,
and that dude that spit should not be allowed to play the rest of the freaking season. That's my take.
Do you see when they showed Dak Prescott? Dak Prescott, he spit on the ground right before the guy spit on him. He spit on the ground. And I don't know if that was what made him spit on him or what the deal was. Spitgate. All right, let's start with the college game. Michigan gets 5.5 at Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
I'm going to drag you from Baumhauer's behind the IHOP and give you a Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity.
The Titans get 8.5 at Denver.
Denver.
Rocky Mountain High, Colorado.
The Bucks get 2.5 in Atlanta. No. Let me say that differently. The Bucks are minus 2.5 in Atlanta. The Bucks are the favorite. The Bucks are minus 2.5 in Atlanta.
Bucks.
Baker Mayfield has been better since Odell Beckham went out.
And
what you should play for that? What you should play for that is the old coach for them that said he was all for the execution of his offense.
Yeah, John McKay, they asked him, said, how do you feel about your offense? How do you feel about the execution of your offense? And he said, I'm all for it. That was John McKay. It was a great line. And in our bonus, the Lions get 2.5 at Green Bay.
I hate Green Bay, but they're going to beat the Lions. Parsons is going to play, and we might have a Lawrence Taylor Josiah situation. That's kind of what I'm looking for in this game. It will be Green Bay. Green Bay.
Lombardi. All right. Good job by you, Philip. Appreciate you. Have a good weekend. Watch football. Did you ever hear that, John? When John McKay was asked, they were 0-14 or 0-15 at the 0-14. It was 14-game season then. They lost every game that year, and then their first year. And then they lost almost every game the second year, and they won like late in the year. And after one of the games in the press conference, one of the reporters said, how do you feel about the execution of your offense? And he said, I'm all for it.
It's a classic
Great
moment.
line.
It's a classic
Great
moment.
line. Yeah. All right. Let's get Wolverine Dan in here. Wolverine Dan, welcome to the show. How are you?
Well, you asked the man to be respectful, and he can't even do that, can he?
He tried. That was about as close. That was about as good as he gets for it. Hey, he said that you and Wolverine Ginger could have caught that pass. He was complimenting you. He said you could have caught the pass.
No.
Your wife could have caught the pass. I could have caught the pass.
He's being sarcastic. Listen, Phyllis, when you're 760 miles away, you could talk a big game. Dude, I'd wipe the floor with you. You know that. You saw that picture. That's exactly what it is, bro. All right. And Tom, you know his physical ability in mind, you know who's going to be winning this one.
I'm not advocating for violence. It would be like the fight next.
He keeps stirring the pot. If he stirs the pot, he's going to get punished for it.
It's like Mike Tyson and Mayweather are going to fight next year. I got a note on that too. All right, Michigan gets. I said 5.5. It's really 4.5. That was my bad. It's posted at 4.5. So Michigan gets 4.5 at Oklahoma.
Great running backs, generational quarterback, Tom. You'll see this kid's the real deal. I can't believe we're getting points. And he didn't show the playbook last week, and we went 3 deep. Tom, lock. We're going to win that game.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. And so they're trying hard.
Titans get 8.5 at Denver.
I'll take Denver.
Rocking out to high Colorado.
The Bucks are minus 2.5 at Atlanta.
I'll take the Bucks.
Baker Mayfield has been better since Odell Beckham went out.
And the Lions get 2.5 at the Packers.
Here's another one. Parsons getting the shots in the back, and you said that, and everybody knows it. And that's not going to go away. It's only going to get worse because he tackles people just like they block him. It's a car crash. The back's going to give out eventually. But we got Hutchinson back, and he's out of his mind. He's going to have a big game. I love the points. Give me the points.
We're going to bite a kneecap off. Lions. We're going to kick you in the teeth.
All right, we got you in, Dan.
Hey, I'll say one more thing real quick.
Do you and Larry not talk to each other this weekend, or how does that work?
Yeah, we're not going to watch. Larry's fine. I mean, we'll talk after the game. You know, we might take 24 hours to settle down, but after that, we're fine. But hey, in my closing, how about this Cowboys?
We have an ad saying that somewhere. All right. You said something, John, I was going to ask you about, and I can't remember what it was now. What was it? I don't know what it was. Is that better, by the way, John? It was the monitor in the studio that you were getting feedback. Is that better? Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's the studio monitor.
I got your memory, so I'm not that good at remembering either. So.
Yeah, technical term, studio monitor. Phil the Blacksmith is on the board, tied for the lead with 3 points. And Phil, I need you to, during the commercial break, call right back and give John your or hit the text window with me. I need your mailing address so I can send you your chow.
That sounds good.
Yeah,
I'm always up for eating.
Well, it's a good job by you. All right, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Michigan gets 4.5 at Oklahoma.
Michigan.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. And so they're trying hard.
Titans get 8.5 at Denver.
Denver.
Rocking out to high Colorado.
The Bucks are minus 2.5 at Atlanta.
Atlanta.
The Falcons are headed to the Super Bowl.
And the Lions get 2.5 at the Packers.
Packers.
If you look at this play, what we're trying to get is a seal here and a seal here and try to run this play in the alley.
All right, Phil, we'll see if you can get on the board again, man. Hit us back or hit me on the text window, and we'll get your food sent out to you.
Appreciate you, sir.
All right. Let's get Hal in here. Hal, welcome to the show. How are you?
All right. How are you doing today, Tom?
I am fantastic.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Ready to bang this out?
I'm ready to enter the game.
All right. Here we go. Michigan gets 4.5 at Oklahoma.
Michigan.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. And so they're trying hard.
The Titans get 8.5 at Denver.
Denver.
Rocking out to high Colorado.
See, if I was the sports book on this is where you have to start changing the line, because it's like, okay, it's 8.5. All the money's coming in on Denver. Everybody's picking Denver, so you go to 9.5, and then you go until you can get a balance here. The Bucks are minus 2.5 at Atlanta.
The Bucks.
Baker Mayfield has been better since Odell Beckham went out.
And the Lions get 2.5 at the Packers.
The Lions.
We're going to bite a kneecap off.
You know, that game might be the most competitive one of all of them. And there are some other good games as well. Appreciate it. Good job by you, Hal.
Thank you, bud. Have a good day.
You too. Your phone number is 256-576-4977. We cleared those guys, so you can jump on board with us now if you want to get into the trifecta as well. I know there are some other really good games in the NFL, but we're on in Nashville. I figure there's an interest in the Titans, right? So I got Titans getting 8.5, so we got to throw that one in there. It'll be Cam Ward's first start in the NFL. I know that people like to say, "Oh, he threw his first touchdown in a preseason game." No, none of that mattered. That was all just practice. All right, it gets real, and you could feel it last night. And one of the things that struck me, and I grew up in the era of 6 preseason games, and they played them like regular games. Like the starters played 3 quarters, and then they put the scrubs in at the end of the game. That's the way it was. There was 6 preseason games. If you played in the college, if you were the NFL champion and you played against the college all-stars, you played 7 games. If you played in the Hall of Fame game, you played 7 preseason games. There was only 14 games in the regular season. The preseason was 6 and the regular season was 14. And then it went to 4 and 16 for many, many, many years. All you lived through that. 4 and 16. And the third, nobody would play in the first one. Second one, maybe the starters would play 2 series. Third one was the dress rehearsal, and your starters would play a half. And then in the fourth one, nobody played. All the guys fighting for number 53 spot on the roster played. And it was that way, like, most of Grasshopper's life, and many of you that are listening, that's the way it was. Then they added the 17th game and took away another preseason game. Now we have 3. Watching that game last night, though, you sit there as you watch that and you say, and none of those guys, for the most part, none of those guys hardly played at all in the preseason. And that looked like a real football game. And it was pretty well played. And when you think about all the joint practices and all of that stuff that they do, where they get, 40, 50, 60 snaps good on good against, first-rate opponents. Much more important than those preseason games that we get to see. We don't get to see the joint practice. We get to see the preseason game. You realize that these guys are getting ready at that particular point in time. The game is just another way to pull some money out of your pocket. Oh, let's go to a preseason game. But watching that game last night, I got the feeling that really 2. We just need 2 preseason games. It's like 3 seems so 80s. We just need a couple of preseason games, don't we? Do we really need more than a couple? As long as we're going to have joint practices those weeks and then 2 games, let's go. Just go to 18 games. Just do it. College is at the exact opposite end of the spectrum. College is over here playing. They don't even scrimmage. They don't get to have a scrimmage against. Oh, they scrimmage themselves, but they can't scrimmage against anybody else. Can't have a joint practice, and then we get some lousy game play. But watching last night, we would be perfectly fine with 2 preseason games. 2 preseason games ready to go. The only reason they played 6 preseason games back in the day was the guys disappeared for 4 months. They were running a bulldozer or selling insurance or doing whatever. And you used the preseason to get in shape. Guys, they didn't have mini camps and OTAs, the off-season weight program. You left in December when the season was over. You left and took a job and went and worked for, till June. And you were expected to kind of keep yourself in shape if you can, but you would show up at camp at the beginning of July or whenever it was, and you would work your way into shape. Don't have that situation as much anymore. Ron is up next. Ron, welcome to the show. How are you? Ron, you're up.
Hello.
Hey,
man,
Ron.
I'm sorry.
What's going on?
How are you? Yeah.
I am fantastic.
Good.
You want to get in on this?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Let's do it. Michigan gets 4.5 at Oklahoma.
Oklahoma is going to beat the brakes off of them.
I've always said I've never recruited a white quarterback.
The Titans get 8.5 at Denver.
God, as much as I want to get the Titans, I'm going to have to go Denver.
Rocky Mountain High, Colorado.
The Bucks are minus 2.5 at the Falcons.
Yeah, I'm not believing in the Falcons. Nope, not happening.
Baker Mayfield has been better since Odell Beckham went out.
And in the bonus, the Lions get 2.5 at Green Bay.
Is Micah Parsons going to play?
We don't know. I mean, he took a shot. He took an epidural, and which is something like a woman gets when you get a baby. But he took a shot, and I think he will be in there at some point. But I don't know. He might be limited.
Dan will be happy. I'm going with the Detroit Lions.
We're going to kick you in the teeth.
All right, Ron, we got you in.
Thank you, man.
All right. Good job by you. John, what college games are you interested in tomorrow?
Well, there are actually quite a few interesting games. I don't know why you're giving it so much slack.
Oh, it's the worst. It's the worst slate in the history of the Big Dog. It is in the Big Dog era, which, with me, that's what's key, is the Big Dog era, which began in the fall of 1960. Okay. So in the Big Dog era, this is the worst slate of college football games in the entire Big Dog era. So tell me what games you like.
There's a few good
ones. The one, Michigan, Ohio, Oklahoma's a good one. Vandy and Vatech, I want to take a look at. I'm
going to definitely be focusing on Ohio State versus Grambling. No, I'm joking about that one. No. I do
outside of your rooting interest. I mean, like for me, I want the Alabama UL Monroe game. I'm certainly going to watch it, and see what they do. But,
I'm going to be tuning into Ole Miss versus Kentucky. That is a given, just because of what happened last year. I know what you're saying. Ole Miss should destroy them, but it is
not destroy. I think it's only what is it 9.5? I don't think it's Okay.
It is in Kentucky, so it should make for an interesting one. On top of that, South Florida versus Florida, if you're looking for something that might surprise people, that's the game I'm looking at. And for sure, Michigan, Oklahoma. And this one, a lot of people sleeping on it. Mississippi State versus Arizona State. I want to see Mississippi State show up and win that game, be a big, big upset for the Bulldogs.
What's the line on that? Do you know? It's at Mississippi State. They went out there and what happened last year? Yeah, when they went out there, it was this year. The line is Arizona State's 6.5 at Mississippi State. I would take State.
Yeah,
I would take State with the point. A home SEC dog. Arizona State coming all the way over. I would take Mississippi State in that game.
I would as well. Last year it was a very close matchup. I liked what I see from the Dogs. Of course, it's not really a good SEC squad, but at the end of the day, it's still SEC. We want to see them win. And it was 30-23 at Arizona State last season. So I'm expecting more of the same, but the opposite side of the spectrum with Mississippi State winning it.
I want to see Florida knock the pants off of USF, only because even though USF, my oldest daughter is a USF graduate. So I try to pull for her, I try to pull for the teams that my kids went to school at. But I would like to see Florida drub them, because what it would do from a data point standpoint, you'd say, okay, South Florida destroyed Boise State and Florida destroyed South Florida. So enough already with the group of 6. All right, enough. I think it would be a nice data point. By the way, Florida's minus 18 in that game if you want them, and that is in Gainesville. Let's get a break. When we come back, final segment of this hour, you want to get on the line, you go ahead and get on the line. 256-576-4977. There is an NFL game tonight. It is in Brazil, and I'm not happy about it. We'll be back with more right after this.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Drivers who switch to Progressive have an annual savings of nearly $750. Progressive.com.
Chris Sale gets the start for the Atlanta Braves today. $1.44 favorite at home with the Mariners plus 118. The total is 7.5. That is juice to the over. NFL on Sunday, the Atlanta Falcons, a 1.5 underdog against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 46.5 the total at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The Buccaneers have won 5 straight as a favorite against NFC South Division opponents. Alabama, 34.5 point home favorite with Louisiana Monroe. Auburn laying 42.5 at home at Ball State. Tulane, a 10-point favorite at South Alabama. UAB, a 3-touchdown dog at Navy. 59.5 the total. For more, go to VSIN.com. Mike Sennett, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Your customers deserve the best, and so do you. You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loader from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best, and this machine has it all. With features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Best of all, now Thompson Tractor is making that investment even better with our workhorse special. Get 0% financing for 36 months on the purchase of a new Cat 255 compact track loader that comes with a 3-year warranty. You also get a 74-inch bucket and 1,000-hour filter kit. Due to popular demand, this offer is extended through September 30th. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
From heirloom diamonds to contemporary jewels, Loring & Company is the place to find something truly special. Whether shopping for a diamond ring for that once-in-a-lifetime occasion or marking a milestone birthday or personal achievement with a Rolex watch, you'll find just the thing in our edit of the world's most sought-after brands, including David Yurman, Roberto Coin, Marco Bicego, and Fopay. Expect a treasure trove of the world's most unique, even breathtaking earrings, rings, necklaces, and bracelets, making choosing just one piece a challenge in itself. Loring & Company Jewelers on Airport Road.
Thom Abraham here for my friends at North Alabama Mortgage. Did you know that average home equity is at an all-time high? But so is average consumer debt. Even though rates are higher now, you can use your equity to pay off your high consumer debt, student loans, etc., then refi when the rates drop. Don't put off that new home purchase. When rates drop, prices will go up. Buy now and get the best price and then refi when the rates drop. This is the time to talk to the experts at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com for more information.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
A wise man once said, if you take care of old folks and children, everything in the middle will take care of itself.
Hi, I'm Danny Aldridge, lawyer in Alabama and Tennessee. In the next 20 years, the number of those folks over 65 years of age will more than double. In our golden years, the most important goal is to be treated with dignity and have control over doing what makes you grateful with those you love. At the Aldridge Law Firm and the Legal Town Center, we're dedicated to help you with these goals, and we'll be there when life throws you those inevitable curveballs. Let us assist you with your legal needs, whatever they may be or become. You may reach us by phone at 256-534-3188 or online with Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. Just remember, we're here to help. Whether it's personal injury, wrongful death, fraud and cheat, or estate planning made complete, we're here to help.
Your Fox 54 weather.
I'm Fox 54 meteorologist Emily Owen. Plenty of sunshine in the forecast for this Friday. High temperatures soar back into the low 90s with heat index values nearing 100 for the afternoon. No rain in the forecast. Heading into Friday night, a little bit of rainfall introduces itself after the 10 o'clock hour. Expect to see mostly clouds, low temperatures falling into the upper 60s.
Your Fox 54 weather, only on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This segment of the show is brought to you by the Orthopedic Center, where thousands of area residents have gotten world-class care from the Valley's most trusted and experienced group or orthopedic surgeons and medical specialists. So if you have an orthopedic problem and you're considering professional care, TOC is the only logical choice. Whether you have a work-related injury or got sidelined playing a sport you love, you need the best care, the best physicians, the best facility to get you back in the game. And I think you're going to agree that the Orthopedic Center is right for you.
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song, he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash with a silver hat about his head and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country.
Growls. The autumn wind is a radar. Welcome back, Thom Abraham Show. Is a radar. I love John Facenda and that stuff. Great stuff. All right, coming up. Lee Sterling from ParamountSports.com. John, did I send you Lee's? I think I sent you Lee's email address, right? We're going to try and do Lee via video?
We can do it.
You got it, right? I sent it to you.
Yeah.
Give it a shot. See if we can do that. See if we can get that done. He's coming up next. Then we'll have open lines again the rest of the way. I know how some of you guys are. I know what you're doing. You're waiting. You're just waiting to hear what Lee has to say. We're back with Lee Sterling next, right here on the Thom Abraham Show.
I'm here with Stan McDonald of Jacob Title. Stan, I've heard that every real estate closing at Jacob Title is a very big deal. Why is that?
Wes, I'm reminded of a very impactful statement that I heard from Coach Gene Stallings years ago when he talked about big games and little games. He said he didn't like that comparison. He says, because try losing one of those little games. And if you ever do, it ends up being the biggest game all year long. Well, it's the same thing with real estate closings. Every game, every closing is a very big deal at Jacob Title. Because when it's your closing and your contract on the line, it's a very big deal, and we understand that at Jacob Title.
So it sounds like whether your client is a first-time residential buyer or a multi-million-dollar investor, they can expect your A game.
That's exactly right. As a matter of fact, when you bring your real estate closing to us at Jacob Title, we understand it's all about trust and confidence. And when Stan McDonald tells you that a chicken dips snuff, you can look under his wing for the box.
And like Beebs likes to say, there's no doubt about it.
Hey folks, this is Arthur Seaton, managing partner at University Kia, proudly saying Roll Tide and War Eagle. Stop into University Kia today and shop one of the area's largest selection of new Kias, including Fortes, Seltos, Telluride, and Popular Carnival, and fully electric EV6. View all the great specials at universitykia.com and get pre-approved in minutes so you can drive home your new Kia you really want, because we want to see you in a University Kia.
I'm here with Thomas from Talent Heating and Air. With the temperatures going up, now is a good time to get your heating and air system looked at. Thomas, when somebody calls, you guys answer.
That's right. The phones are staffed by us. They're manned 24/7. We're ready to come out and take care of you that day.
How do they give you guys a call?
You give us a call at 256-503-4490.
And you can find you guys on the World Wide Web at
TalentHVAC.com.
And now is a good time to do this because you guys are offering a special deal.
That's right. We're doing $49 tune-ups this spring. We're also doing free second opinions. We offer that year-round. Somebody comes out, they say you got a bag compressor, a leaking refrigerant. Give us a call, see if we can save you some money.
Thomas from Talent Heating and Air. Thomas, one more time, that phone number.
256-503-4490. AL certain number 21014.
Firehawk Aerospace is a non-traditional defense contractor
advancing the state of propulsion to strengthen the U.S. Defense Initiative. Founded in 2019, Firehawk Aerospace established early leadership in manufactured propulsion with the development of 3D printed hybrid rocket fuel grains. Visit firehawkaerospace.com to learn more. That's firehawkaerospace.com.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
This is Brent Musburger's VSIN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Drivers who switch to Progressive have an annual savings of nearly $750. Progressive.com.
Chris Sale gets the start for the Atlanta Braves today. $1.44 favorite at home with the Mariners plus 118. The total is 7.5. That is juice to the over. NFL on Sunday, the Atlanta Falcons, a 1.5 underdog against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 46.5 the total at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The Buccaneers have won 5 straight as a favorite against NFC South Division opponents. Alabama, 34.5-point home favorite with Louisiana Monroe. Auburn laying 42.5 at home at Ball State. Tulane, a 10-point favorite at South Alabama. UAB, a 3-touchdown dog at Navy. 59.5 the total. For more, go to VSIN.com. Mike Sennett, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
You need to be more like a dog.
Like what you guys are doing. You've got your fingertip on the pulse of your listeners. You guys know what they're talking about.
Be a dog.
God bless the show. You are the Messiah.
We need more dogs.
This is the best show on radio.
The big dog, Thom Abraham, is here with you.
Hey, I see you. Hey, I see you, dog.
So settle in and get your bark on. Now live, here he is, the big dog, Thom Abraham.
How you doing?
Look, I don't speak Spanish.
I don't know how to say this, so I'm going to choose my words very carefully. I think you're a psycho.
Do you know who I am?
I mean, that guy sounds like El McPherson farting into Miles Davis' trumpet.
I guess I'm on here. Am I on? Can somebody respond?
Get off my lawn.
I have to drag my Yankee ass out of here.
And welcome back. Hour number 2 of the Thom Abraham Show on a Football Friday. We'll get back to your trifecta in just a few moments. And as we always do on Friday, just one guest on a Friday. All right, I want to leave the lines open as much as possible for you guys so that you can get in a trifecta. And I know some of you wait to hear Lee Sterling because you want to see how many of the games that we have in the trifecta might be in Lee Sterling's games that we're going to talk about as well. And I'm going to tell you that some of them are there. I mean, some of them are there. There's no doubt about it. It is an awful, awful card on Saturday. I'm sticking with that. I'm telling you, it's a terrible card on Saturday. Having said that, that doesn't mean that there aren't good options for those of you that like to play the games. I'm just saying from a big on big standpoint, it's not a great weekend, and or it's not a great Saturday anyway. Lee joins us now on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline, and for the first time joining us on WZZN TV as well, so you can see his smiling face right there. Lee, how are you, my friend?
I'm good. We've never done this before this way, so
yeah,
I've been ready. I built out a studio, and I don't know if let me go up so you can even see what's going on above me. Yeah, I've got
Browns on
a high school helmet on one side.
Yeah,
no, that was over there. The Palmer Pirates, no longer exists. They changed the name to the Palmer Trinity Falcons, and then college helmet, Southwest Texas State, now Texas State, both changed, and then have a bunch of the throwback helmets that I grew up loving. So
Bengals, really? Bengals? I mean, you got to have a Bengals helmet up there?
Well, I mean, that's an old Bengal. I rotate the different. Who should I put up? What do you want for next week?
Well, I'm a Browns side. I have on mine. I have Browns, Packers, and then a bunch of college ones over there. I got ones that are signed, like Phillip Rivers gave me one. I got a signed Phillip Rivers. I got a signed Anquan Bolden from the Cardinals, so stuff like that.
I know, Tom. I know you love the Browns, but when you were getting the gumball helmets,
no
one wanted to get the Browns unless you're a Browns fan.
Yeah. No, you're right. And the funny thing was the gumball helmet, and I don't even know how many people know what we're talking about that are listening right now, but the gumball helmet, what was always a big kick out of the Browns one is you'd get the helmet and it had a little decal on the side of it. So if it was a Saints helmet or well, the Browns helmet had a decal on it. And it was a plain orange decal. It was an orange.
No. So you ready for this?
You would
when
get
I started collecting
decal. Yeah.
Tom, I've got one with a CB on it. Have you seen those?
Well, that actually 1965. It was 65, 66. They actually introduced it and then never wore it. They were going to put a CB on it.
I actually have one. So my dad used to collect them for me before I started. So I didn't buy it, but I've got a CB Browns helmet. I'm going to bring it out next. I've got it in the closet. I'm going to bring it out next segment we do next week so you can see it.
Can you imagine if you had the total last night at 47?
I did.
20. Oh, there's 21 minutes to go in the game, and it's at 44, and they killed the game. The Lightning killed the game. They come out for 21 minutes. I can't even kick a field goal.
It was the fumble and then the Lightning. And you want to make matters worse? My big fantasy league, I had CD Lamb. How bad was he?
Oh, no, wait. I'll top you. In my fantasy league, I had Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown, and they combined for 4 catches for 24 yards. Combined, 2 of my receivers.
If you looked at the numbers, CD Lamb, you woke up and didn't see the game. You're like, okay, he had a decent game, but he dropped 4 balls. He should have had over 200 yards in receptions.
The one over the middle was a killer, and they tried to make excuses for him, hit him right in the face mask. I mean, there was
how about the last one? I mean, Chris Collinsworth is saying I'm paraphrasing like that, that's not that I don't count that as a miss or something like as a drop. That's a drop.
Well, it's a drop.
He laid out. It wasn't like it was off his fingertips. So horrific.
All right, it's a lousy card on Saturday, but there still are opportunities. And I tell you, I like this Vatek Vandy game. It's around 2.5 now. We got it at -1, but it's about 2.5. You can get with Vandy on the road here. This would be a great win for Vanderbilt if they're able to get it done up there. What's your take on that game?
The Hokies, what do they usually win with? Special teams. Not getting it done. Last week, a lot of punt return for a touchdown. I mean, they're flirting with an 0-2 record, and Brent Pry, he could be on the hot seat.
Fired. Yeah.
They're facing another mobile quarterback, Diego Pavia. He did it to him last year. He maybe isn't as big and strong, but I think he's more composed, makes less mistakes here. Kyron Drones, both of his interceptions were horrible reads, just getting rid of the ball, trying to force it in. He's just not progressing here. I think they're going to win again. I like Vandy here, 27-23.
That would be a great win there. Now, we have this one. We have the Oklahoma-Michigan game in there. We're giving Michigan 4 and a hook. It's fluctuated between 4 and 5. But Michigan goes in there, natural surface. Bryce Underwood, first start on the road against a real team. And this is kind of a fascinating game here for these two teams, which one or the other trying to say that, hey, we're still relevant in our conference. What do you like about Michigan and Oklahoma at 4.5, 5?
So I love John Mateer. Been watching him late nights when he played at Washington State. That's how I first got hooked on Cam Ward. This guy running and throwing the football, he is one special quarterback, but gets no help. I don't think the offensive line is very good for Oklahoma. Their win last week, they only ran for 103 yards on 32 carries against Illinois State. I think Michigan's offensive and defensive lines are elite. Last year, they went into Ohio State and just controlled the line of scrimmage. They're going to play a true freshman quarterback, Bryce Underwood. In my opinion, he's as good as advertised. Now, they did not show anything. He is a runner. Also, he can run. Did not run the ball once in that game. So I think they're holding back on some stuff he can do. They'll unleash him here. And Justice Haynes, did you think he was the best running back last year?
For Alabama, he was.
I agree.
He was their leading running back last year, and yeah. Well,
what was the reason he left? Didn't want to share carries?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure exactly what was it he wanted to go, but yeah.
I just think that he is
out of Florida.
He looks great. Almost 160 yards, 3 touchdowns. I think Michigan's going to control the line of scrimmage. I'm calling for the upset. This is a 3-point game either way. Michigan straight up wrong team favorite, 24-21.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So they're trying hard.
Yeah, they're trying hard. All right. Ole Miss at Kentucky, the only SEC on SEC game here. Well, maybe the line was a little bit low. Maybe not. I don't know. It's 9.5, 10. Ole Miss is a favorite on the road at Lexington. What do you got?
You know, I thought going in that I was going to love Ole Miss. And I think they're so much more talented. This game, I'm not giving my clients. Trust me. This is either going to be an Ole Miss 30-point win like the last game last year when they boat raced Arkansas, or it's going to be similar to last year's game. I think Kentucky, they know the blueprint, slow down the game, run the football. They didn't panic last year when they were down 7-0. They were a 15.5-point underdog. I like Austin Simmons a lot, but he's not great at reading defenses either. Both of his interceptions were did not read the coverage correctly. And each of the last 4 games here between these two teams have been decided by 3-3, 1 in overtime, and 3 points here. You know, Ole Miss did lead. They held Georgia State to 7 points, but they allowed 5.5 yards per carry running the football here. This is where Kentucky does their best work. 7-3 against the spread the last 6 years as a home dog. Just taking a stab here. We're going to know by middle of the second quarter whether this is a winner or not here. I like Kentucky here. I'm going to say Ole Miss wins 28-24, but Kentucky keeps it close enough to cover.
All right. Yep. That's a little bit contra, maybe. All right. Yep. So I don't put cupcake games in the trifecta, but Alabama. I mean, there's Alabama, Auburn, Tennessee. I mean, there's more cupcake games this week than any other week of the year. Alabama's a 37.5-point favorite against La Monroe. They're down a couple of defensive tackles. At home, though, going to try and act big and tough and show that they're still Alabama. Well, what do you think about that one?
Shouldn't really matter. Can you imagine the practice this week? I mean, they probably destroyed those kids. I remember when
defensive lineman for the season in practice. You know, they had defensive lineman get rolled up on. A kid played 21 snaps against Florida State, and now they lost him for the season. But, you know, you got to practice football if you're going to play football.
Absolutely. I think Louisiana Monroe, different level here. They don't have the depth here. And once they fall behind, they don't have the passing attack. Alabama rolls 55-6.
Yeah, wow. Okay. Broncos and Titans. We do have this one in our Friday trifecta. We have not had one person take the Titans with the 8.5. I told them if I was a bookmaker, I'd had to move the line to 9.5 by now, to try and even the money out. But nobody is buying the Titans getting 8.5 in Cam Ward's debut at altitude. What do you think?
So I got a story for you. I went to the Miami game. My high school coach, his son has seats in the 72 Club. If you ever watch in the Hard Rock Stadium, those are big aqua seats between the 40 and 50-yard line, and full buffet. I mean, full open bar the whole game. And who is next to us? Who is his other guest besides me, his son, my coach? Nick Bonito's father. And most people don't even know who this guy is. Who is he? Oh, only the third most prolific sacker in the NFL last year, 13.5 sacks. He got paid yesterday. Only got 4 years, $120 million. He is an absolute terror. And most people don't know who he is. People think about Sean Payton and Bo Nix, but it's their defense. Their defense at every level, defensive line, linebacker, secondary, they are the strength of this team. And there's a reason why Tennessee drafted him first. They are that bad. Cam Ward can get away in college running around if he doesn't see anything and scramble around for 7 to 10 seconds. And you can do that sometimes in the preseason against second and third teamers. He's not going to be able to do it against Denver here. Denver big here, 30-13.
Yeah, and altitude is a thing. First game of the season, going up on top of that mountain, and we'll see just what kind of shape they're in, because that is definitely a thing for sure. This Florida USF game is kind of intriguing, and there's just I call this a data point game, because USF just destroyed Boise State. If Florida can destroy USF, it tells you something about where the Group of Six is right now, because Boise State's the darling of the Group of Six. It's a 17.5-point line, and it's the game of the week that you can give them. Tell them how to get it.
Yeah, if they want to get it, be just one of the first 10 callers, call 800-400-9741. I have a real strong feeling on this Florida USF game, so you want to get that. You know what? I also like the game tonight, the Chiefs and the Chargers. Be one of the first 10 callers. I'll give you both games. Call 800-400-9741. Florida, USF, and Chiefs and Chargers on me. 800-400-9741. Our first 40 to 50 unit max wager goes in college football. I'll text you the game. Tomorrow, we're going to release that game now, and you want to get in on it, be a paid subscriber. We're 71-28 career-wise on our 40 to 50 unit max wagers. Check out all the specials. Just one place, ParamountSports.com.
Great stuff. Always a tremendous job done by Lee Sterling. Lee, we appreciate you. Have a great weekend. We'll talk next week.
And get ready to see that CB miniature helmet next week. All right, bud?
I can't wait to see that. I am stoked to see that.
Here we go. All right, guys.
All right.
See you, Tom.
Yeah, thanks. There you go. Now you know what Lee Sterling thinks on some of these games. So we're going to get the phone lines going again, 256-576-4977. That'll get you in. You want to talk about make your picks? That's fine. You want to talk about anything else that we're talking about? You can do that as well, and I'll explain why, among other reasons, I don't like this deal tonight with the Chiefs and the Chargers playing in Brazil. And I got news for you, folks. It's going to get worse and worse. Going to be more and more of this kind of garbage. All right, we'll get a break. We'll come back with more right after this. It's the Thom Abraham Show.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Drivers who switch to Progressive have an annual savings of nearly $750. Progressive.com.
Chris Sale gets the start for the Atlanta Braves today. $1.44 favorite at home with the Mariners plus 118. The total is 7.5. That is juice to the over. NFL on Sunday, the Atlanta Falcons, a 1.5 underdog against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 46.5 the total at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The Buccaneers have won 5 straight as a favorite against NFC South Division opponents. Alabama, 34.5-point home favorite with Louisiana Monroe. Auburn laying 42.5 at home at Ball State. Tulane, a 10-point favorite at South Alabama. UAB, a 3-touchdown dog at Navy. 59.5 the total. For more, go to VSIN.com. Mike Sennett, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Sure, Valley Equipment Rental takes care of the homeowner and his needs, but how about the pros out there? Well, Valley Equipment has the big stuff as well. The equipment you need to get any job done. I'm talking about the big track hoe excavators, from the 30,000-pound mid-size one to the big boy 50,000-pound units. Need a dozer on the job? Well, they've got them up to 105 horsepower, and that's a good-sized machine. Plus, Valley Equipment has more lifts than anyone around. Up to 80-foot booms that reach 56 feet with a 10,000-pound capacity. 2 locations, North and South Parkway. Check them out today.
We are a championship school, and school is in session.
Makes the catch, makes them bang into each other, stays on his feet, breaks the tackle, scores.
Join us Saturday as the Crimson Tide welcome the ULM Warhawks to Tuscaloosa. Our coverage begins at 3:30 on your home for Alabama football.
Your home of the Alabama Crimson Tide is 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Since 1983, Berkshire Hathaway Rise Real Estate's Ann Adams has been your local go-to real estate expert in the area. As a buyer, you can trust Ann's in-depth knowledge of the local housing market to narrow available properties down to those you'll be interested in, saving you time when shopping for a new home. When you're ready to sell, Ann's expert negotiation skills will ensure you get a fair price and hassle-free experience. Call Ann Adams today at 256-337-2625 or email annadamsrise@gmail.com. Eagle Masonry and Installation. It's right there in the name. Eagle is your one-stop shop for block, stone, or brickwork, monument signs, and outdoor kitchens and fireplaces. Eagle also offers the finest craftsmanship and insulation, including fiberglass or spray foam insulation, and of course, insulation removal. Philip Love and his team have years of experience, bringing the region the best in masonry and insulation services. For more information and a quote, visit insulatewitheagle.com or call 256-755-1556. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
Hello, listeners. My name is Jonathan Dunwoody, and I own Minuteman Press. We are a full-service print shop that is locally owned and operated. I have personally been handling direct mail for over 17 years and have a great relationship with the USPS. We are the only print shop in the area that is listed as a print provider on their website and the only printing franchise that can use their logo as our partner on marketing materials. We can help from conception to design, print, and delivery to the post office. And with our easy, secure online payment option, you don't even need to leave your office. Minuteman Press, we're not just putting ink on paper, we're building relationships.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed mold, mildew, bowing walls, or water in your basement? I hope not, but if you have, your basement is losing the war against groundwater. That's where AFS comes in, a groundworks company. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls. Schedule your free inspection at afsrepair.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for detail.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This segment of the Thom Abraham Show is brought to you by my friend Ross Roberts and his crew down at Valley Equipment Rental. You know they got two locations. They got the one out on the North Parkway. You can see some of the big stuff they've got up there, the big track hoe excavators. They have got the mid-size excavators. They got dozers up there as well. And then, of course, on the South Memorial Parkway, you can find everything else that they have as well. It's Valley Equipment Rental. Contractors, homeowners, it's for everybody. Valley Equipment Rental. Two locations, North and South Parkway. Welcome back, Thom Abraham Show. Not wearing judo gear. Grumpy says, are you wearing a judo, what is that, GI? Judo, what do they call it? Gi? A judo gi? Looks like you're in judo gear. No. How does it look like I'm in judo gear? This is my Buckhorn pullover in honor of the Bucks tonight. Going down to Gadsden City, where I'll be broadcasting a game. You'll hear that one on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. And tonight down there from Gadsden City. And it's a big game. The Bucks have played their first two games. This is the third straight game they're playing against a team that last year scored over 40 points on them. Over 40 points on them. In the first two games this year, with new head coach David Green, who was the defensive coordinator at Bob Jones High School, they gave up 10 points and 12 points. Not in that order, 12 and 10. They're giving up 11 points a game. They played two teams that scored over 40 on them last year, just last year. This year, they scored 12 and 10, Decatur and Athens. So now Gadsden City, who beat them last year like 40-7. We'll see what happens now. No, Grumpy. John, does this look like I'm wearing a whatever he's saying, a judo thing?
I mean, I guess because it's white.
Because it's white?
The cloak that you'd be wearing. I think that's what it is.
No.
I mean,
it's my Buckhorn gear,
yeah,
man.
I think you're looking pretty snazzy.
In fact, I should have put that on there. They would have probably posted it or something like that I'm repping Buckhorn. We got NFL football tonight in Brazil. Probably be listening to that game, maybe the third or fourth quarter, or listening to that game on the way back from Gadsden City. I think I got a 2-hour drive from where I am in Winchester, Tennessee. I think I'm looking at 2 hours to get down to Gadsden City. God, it might be more. I got to go up and over the mountain into Scottsboro. And then I got to run from there down through Gunnersville and then Arab, and then down to Gaston City, down to Lake Neely Henry. That's how I base everything based on the lake. I got to leave Tim Ford Lake. I got to go to Gunnersville Lake. I got to run alongside Gunnersville Lake. I got to go up and over the mountain there, and then to Neely Henry. Then I'll get to Gadsden City. So we got this game tonight in Brazil. And Roger Goodell has reiterated his desire to expand the regular season and this international thing, these international games. He said on Wednesday, we always say, what do the fans want? What do the fans really think is important? And I think it's clear that they want more regular season games versus preseason games. Oh, okay. All right. I would agree with that. John, do you want an 18-game season, 2 preseason and 18 regular season games?
Yeah, I think that'll work out pretty well.
So you're a fan. I'm a fan. I want that too. That's what the fans want. The fans want that, right? Okay. Goodell said that if the NFL moves to an 18-game season, the Super Bowl would probably fall on President's Day weekend fairly often, which means what? Monday's off. Monday's off.
Nice.
That would be good. They just are hell-bent on not starting until after Labor Day weekend. That's just where their mindset is. You would think that, well, maybe they should start, maybe a little earlier in August. No, they're not going to do it. They're going to keep pushing the other way. They're going to go into mid-February. I mean, right now you've got you got the Super Bowl in 2027 in LA is February 14th. It's Valentine's Day. So anyway, that's what they're talking about doing with the 18 game. But remember what he said. We always say, what do the fans want? What do the fans really think is important? Then the story goes on to say that this year the NFL will play a record 7 games outside the U.S. this season, and confirmed that the league isn't done placing contests internationally. We hope to get to 16 regular season games that we can play over the season. And that obviously will be easier with an 18-game regular season and 2 preseason games. All right, let me stop right there. Why would that be easier? Because you're going to have an imbalanced schedule. I mean, now at a 17-game schedule, if everybody played one game, if there was a game every week that was international, you would have 8 home, 8 away, and 1 neutral site game, right? If you have an 18-game schedule, you're going to have 9 at home, 8 on the road, or 8 at home, 9 on the road, and then your international game. Like tonight, this is the Chargers home game tonight against the division rival. Huge game. Playing a divisional game in freaking Brazil. The 18 fans that the Chargers have in Los Angeles can't go to the game. Well, they could go to the game, but you go to Brazil. Rip this home game out. The Chiefs fans in L.A., which would be 85% of the crowd of this game, Chiefs at Chargers. Chiefs at Chargers in Brazil. So he said he thinks that a permanent franchise could be supported in London. Well, let me go back to the 16 games, international games. John, you're a fan. I'm a fan. Are you sitting there thinking, we always say, what do the fans want? What do the fans really think is important? Do you lay awake at night, John, saying, you know what I wish? I wish there was 16 freaking games out of the country. That's what I wish.
I've never once thought, hey, a team across the seas would be a great idea for American sport.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great? And that's what he said. Then he goes on to say it's not out of the realm of possibility to have a team in London. Scheduling is the biggest issue for any theoretical European franchise. The ability of teams to make sure they can field a competitive team and put them in the best possible position. But he says that a permanent franchise could be supported in London or Germany.
How would trades even work at that point? I mean, you're going from your home country and you got to go across the seas. You get
traded to Germany. You got to go to Germany.
Jeez,
it's crazy. All right, let's go to the lines. AC is up. AC, welcome to the show. How are you?
Good, sir. How you feeling? Thank you so much for taking my call.
I am fantastic. What's up?
Good. Well, I'm hearing you have a contest. Why do you even bother doing the contest for these losers? Don't they have a job to do? I mean, are they unemployed that they got all the time to do the contest?
Well, you called the show. What are you doing right now?
Yes, I did. Well, I'm not going to get into the contest. I don't want to associate myself with these losers because I'm a name brand. I'm going to send an email to Lee Sterling to thank him. You think these losers out there, they're thanking him? He's the expert of all experts. And you have these losers, the morons. They call the show. They think they know it all. No, they don't. I run the show. This is my show.
But you called the show. You could still have made your picks. So you're taking the same amount of time to call the show and say that the other guys that called the show are losers. I'm missing something here.
I am glad you mentioned they are the loser. You make more sense than I do. You just call them the loser, and they are the loser. The biggest game everybody should be looking forward to is Michigan demolishing another SEC team, which is Oklahoma. This is what you guys have to talk about Big Ten a little bit more. As soon as you're done talking about Big Ten, there should be a parade that I told you so. You guys have to do the show correctly. That's the way I feel.
What is your connection to the Big Ten that you feel like the Big Ten? Why are you a honk for the Big Ten? Are you a Big Ten? Are you from Big Ten? Are you from Big Ten? Are you from that part of the country?
I'm not even in your country.
You're not in the country?
I'm not in the country.
Where are you calling from, AC?
That's a good question. I want you to find it. That's a mystery I want you to solve.
John, do you know where AC is, John? Do you have any idea where he's calling from?
I have no idea, but I know AC. I've heard a few.
We have to find out. Do we have like an area code on it? Is he calling from a country code? You never know. You never know.
Trying. But yeah, you got to solve the mystery, right? I mean, you should ask your fans. They don't have the IQ to solve the problem, and they make a false rumor.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Had a guy who,
why wouldn't you want to be in the greatest country in the history of the world? Why would you want to be in the greatest country on the planet? Why would you want to be anywhere else other than the USA?
Do you want me to be controversial or do you want me to be nice? What do you want me to do?
It should be truthful. I mean, there's no place like the USA. I mean, you want to talk about you say you run. You say, wait a minute. You say you're running the show. We run the world. The USA runs the world.
Are you sure about that?
We run the world.
We can do some controversy. You might lose your job. I might get myself banned. I don't want to do that to you. You know how much I love you. And let me address this. You had a clown who said, I'm banned from Mr. Feinbaum show. I'm not banned. Yeah. I haven't called in for a long time. I'm not banned. Where did he get those rumors from? I guess it shows.
I don't know. A lot of people have said that. Yeah, a lot of people have texted the show and said that you're banned from the Feinbaum show, which is hard to do because Feinbaum's got some real wingnuts that call their show.
There we go. You make more sense. See, they're the loser. And speaking of the losers, they don't have the better IQ. You think they could say what 10 plus 10 is? They might say, sir, it's 0. That's what my daddy told me. Well, maybe your daddy should have told you. I run the show now. Thank you.
He runs the show.
He stirs the pot. That's what he does.
Kind of runs his mouth, it seems like to me. More than he does. What country do you think that dude's calling from?
I don't know, but he's probably with Goodell on getting a team in Germany.
He does have a little bit of a twang in his voice. I'm not 100% sure what that is. I mean, you notice it, right? He has a little bit of an accent.
There's something to it.
I'm not sure what it is, but he calls the show to say that the guys who call the show are losers, but he calls the show every day to say that the other guys that call the show are losers because they must not have a job. Well, maybe he's in a different time zone. Maybe he's like halfway across the world in some loser country, and maybe it's like after work there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe to him, my show's a nighttime show. Could that be? I mean, maybe that's a possibility.
Well, for him, it might be a nighttime show, but I still don't understand it because regardless, I mean, we got guys that are doing work and calling in on the show. So I have no idea.
What I don't understand is this logo behind me here, this screen behind me here. Friday trifecta. Is it, trifecta is one word, not for nothing.
Yeah, but FT, I think
no,
FTF
can't be FT.
Cool.
So that's what that is, and that's the Big Dog logo and Owen Home Appliance Center logo. All right.
I think it's pretty swanky.
I see it. It's not bad. It's not bad. By the way, did you post? I don't see in the. There it is. Let me give a like and a repost to that. I don't know how you guys do all this stuff, multitasking this stuff.
I also have my back is really messed up today. So
yeah,
it's really bad.
You also got the wrong line on the bonus on the Lions. It's plus 2.5.
Dang it.
Do you read the text I sent you at all or no?
No, I do.
You just make it up as you go.
That's how we multitask. We're doing so much over here.
Yeah. It's 2.5. Get that changed quick before the people. Then I'm gonna have to start paying people to hit plus 4. And I hit 4. It said 4 on there. I don't want to have that. So Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather are fighting in an exhibition next year? Next year. Really? Mayweather is 48 years old. He retired at 50-0 after knocking out Conor McGregor back in 2017. That was maybe one of the biggest, definitely one of the biggest, if not the biggest pay-per-view ever. That was highly anticipated. I bought that, and I don't buy a lot of stuff. I bought that. Mayweather fights in these exhibitions all the time. Tyson is going to be like 60 then. But Tyson is talking about this fight like it's like 20 years ago. Tyson says he can't believe that Mayweather wants to fight him. But it's like, okay, why do you want to fight me? Okay, this is going to be detrimental to your health. Why? How is it going to be detrimental to his health? Tyson landed 18 punches in 8 rounds against Jake Paul. That's a little over 2 punches a round. I mean, this is going to be kind of gross, right? I mean, almost you got to watch it. It's like a car wreck, right, John? I mean, it's one of those things that, well, you know what? I might have to watch this thing because it's like a car wreck. Tyson and Mayweather, 20 years after it should have happened. A hard time with that. All right. Jumping into a break. Your phone number, 256-576-4977. That will get you into. Oh, by the way, can I drop a note in here? I want to drop a. Can I just? I want to drop a little Fishing Friday note in here. I've had this, and I haven't told you guys about this, but I thought it was really, really cool. There's a sophomore duo of fishermen from UNA, North Alabama. Okay, one of the teams from North Alabama, Bryce DeMauro and Trip Berlinski. They were named the 2025 Bassmaster College Series Team of the Year. The 940 points on the season. And so North Alabama, congratulations to them, winning Team of the Year. And then in the All-American, they have the Fishing All-Americans. They have Fishing All-Americans. They do. I mean, and they included the 2 kids I just mentioned from UNA. They included Zach Helton and Blake Week from Carson Newman up in Tennessee. Garrett Smith and Andrew Blanton from UNA. So 4 fishermen from UNA. Okay, UNA struggling in football, but man, they can fish. 4 fishermen from UNA are all Americans. And Ben Burns and Grant Percival from Stephen F. Austin, which is in Texas somewhere. So I've been holding this and wanting to throw that out there and give those kids some love. So congratulations to the UNA fishing team. 4 All-Americans and the Team of the Year. Good job by those guys. They did not win the national championship. The national championship was won by Lander University Andrew Blanton and Garrett Smith from Lander University won the national championship. All right, we're going to break. We'll come back. Your phone calls are next. Thom Abraham Show. Back with more in a moment.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
John Abraham here for the parts department at Bobcat of Huntsville. Not only do these guys carry genuine OEM Bobcat parts, they also have a full line of Marshalltown concrete supplies. On top of that, they have a wide selection of arborist tools and supplies on hand for you tree guys. Bobcat of Huntsville also has a full service department, and don't forget the sales and rental guys too. Come on down and visit the all-new Bobcat of Huntsville location in Madison on Highway 20 next to the Redstone Harley-Davidson.
The state's largest orthopedic group is growing to meet the needs of the patients in our community. The Orthopedic Center has long been the most trusted name in orthopedics in North Alabama. So as our area continues on the fast track, so does the need for premier orthopedic care anywhere and anytime you need it. TOC is proud to announce the opening of our new locations in Albertville and Hampton Cove, along with the grand opening of our newest office in Decatur. These clinics will offer the same high-quality orthopedic care you have come to associate with TOC, with the convenience of being closer to home. As a patient, your time is your most precious asset, and we recognize that at TOC. That's why we are also proud to announce the opening of our urgent ortho clinics to handle those bumps and bruises that need prompt attention. These clinics are available to care for acute orthopedic injuries with no appointment necessary. With 38 physicians, 20 centers of excellence, and now more than a dozen locations to serve you, TOC will continue to be the name you turn to for the best orthopedic care at the right time. Visit our website at visittoc.com for more information. TOC, helping you live a better life.
When the final whistle blows, the conversation is just getting started. Catch the Alabama Football Recap Show with Drew DeArmond and Steve Moulton on 97.7 The Zone. Brought to you by Dreamland Barbecue in Huntsville, proud title sponsor of the Recap Show. Because when it comes to football and ribs, everybody knows ain't nothing like them nowhere. Alabama football, Dreamland Barbecue, the perfect team. Lake Gunnersville Ace Hardware is your locally owned and operated hardware store. We're not just about numbers, we're about helping neighbors, because our Ace Hardware store is part of your community. We're committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers personal service, quality products, and a convenient shopping experience. As the helpful hardware folks in your neighborhood, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Stop by and visit Lake Gunnersville Ace Hardware today, 1536 Blunt Avenue in Gunnersville. Specializing in simple and affordable rentals, McCurry Van and Car Rental can make sure you have just the right vehicle for your next family vacation, weekend getaway, or if you just need transportation while your vehicle is being repaired. McCurry carries Ford Transit vans and Mercedes Sprinter vans, trucks and work vans, and more. And they offer discounted rental rates for long-term rentals. Now with 4 locations: Athens, Muscle Shoals, Coleman, and Huntsville. Log on McCurryRentals.com to make your reservation now. That's McCurryRentals.com. The company is Eagle Masonry and Insulation, but did you know they're also Eagle Landscaping and Dirt Work? Eagle can take care of all your landscaping needs, including irrigation, sod work, and planting, both plants and trees. On the dirt work side, Eagle can grade and build your pads, haul dirt in or out, and even do erosion control. Philip Love and his team can do it all for you. The website is the same, insulatewitheagle.com, as is the phone number, 256-755-1556. Give them a call and see what Eagle can do for you. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
You'll love the expanded wine selection at Liquor Express. From special occasion to everyday table wines, they've got what you need. Meet your friends at the largest tap wall in Alabama with 105 rotating selections. Then take home a growler full of your favorite or choose from our 1,000 canned or bottled beers. Need help stocking your bar or planning your party? Liquor Express has a knowledgeable, professional in-house staff that can assist you with anything from your bar to the planning of your special event. Visit liquorexpress.net for tasting specials, giveaways, and classes.
Where's the best place for sports? What about the best place for wings? If you answered Jefferson's for both, you're right. Jefferson's is also a great place for value. Every Monday, kids eat free with the purchase of an adult meal, and teachers bring your teacher ID and you eat free every first Tuesday of the month up to $15. Jefferson's, best place for sports, best place for wings, in Hampton Cove, and our latest location, now open in New Market on Winchester Road.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This segment of the Thom Abraham Show is brought to you by Woody Anderson Ford. You know, I'm always telling you to go down to Woody Anderson Ford. You know that they also have a mobile service where they'll come out to you. They've got all kinds of things that they can do in the mobile service, like oil changes or tire rotations or parts replacements. And if you're only available on the weekend or the evening, don't forget about the Quick Lane service, your one-stop shop to service brakes and batteries and oil changes. They do it all. No matter the service your Ford needs, Woody Anderson Ford ensures quick, professional, and exceptional service.
I
got a problem, John. I got a lot of problems.
What's your problem now?
I made coffee, but my coffee is way over there. It's at the coffee machine. And I think that was the last break. So I'll be sticking my coffee in the microwave, I guess.
I gotcha. Well, you know the song that's playing right now, don't you?
No, I have no idea what that is. Oh, wait. This week in the NFL.
No, come on.
Okay.
It's hi-oh for Cleveland, baby.
Cleveland has a fight song?
Yeah, it's ancient, but it's there.
I didn't know they had a song.
Yeah, you can come up with the lyrics on your own.
They went back to the helmet at the midfield deal. Their midfield logo will no longer be the elf. The elf was there for a couple of years. They had the elf, and now they're going back to the helmet logo at midfield. All right, let's start hitting these calls. We start with Bama Brad. Bama Brad, welcome to the show. How are you? Bama Brad, you there?
Big dog.
Hey, there
Big
he is.
dog.
Okay. Hey, man. What's going on?
What's going on, brother?
You are.
I was by your studio about 2 hours ago. I started to pop in and be an in-house guest studio picker today, but I had my mom and Ginger with me. So
okay.
But I'm the loser that won this whole contest last year, so I thought I'd call and get my picks in. You
better get your picks in.
Just for the record, I'm not quitting the Thom Abraham Show over a caller. My comment was it's getting to be like the Paul Feinbaum Show. Well, it's kind of a mix between the Feinbaum Show and WWE at this point.
Yeah. We're trying to keep things from getting violent, but look, you guys make my day.
I'm trying to do
2
my
hours
part
I
on
left.
my side also, Thom. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. For between the comments online and the calls, I just laugh every day. You guys make my day. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's all comedy. That's what it's all for.
Michigan gets 4.5 at Oklahoma.
You ain't gonna believe I'm doing this, Tom. You know what an SEC punk I am, but Mateer doesn't have anybody around him, like Sterling said. He can't do it all by himself. And the only reason I'm going this way is because they have my Alabama running back. And so give me the cheaters.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. And so they're trying hard.
The Titans get 8.5 at Denver.
I hate to go against Titans, but I don't think they got a prayer. Give me.
A clean sweep so far on that one. I don't know about that. We've got 30 or 40 picks that have come in online, but I don't know about those. But on the air, no one has taken the Titans.
Yeah, being in Denver, right, and going up against what they're going, I just don't see it. I don't see anything close.
The Bucks are minus 2.5 at Atlanta.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Atlanta's going to cover that at home.
The Falcons are headed to the Super Bowl.
I'll go out further on that limb. Atlanta's winning that football game. I'm going to tell you right now, I think Atlanta is going to win that football game. Okay.
Well, if they cover, they're going to win anyway. So
I was going to put the Vikings and your Bears in there, but I decided to go with the Lions and the Packers. Huge game in Green Bay.
I wish you to put my game there because those are two teams that I hate with a passion. You know that. Can I pick them both to lose?
You get a meteor to hit the stadium, but no, it's the Packers. Come on.
Let me pick both of them to lose.
It's funny because
there ain't no way. I hate it, Dano, but there's no way the Lions are going into Lambeau Field winning that game.
It's funny because you three guys that play golf together every week is a diehard Packer fan, a diehard Bear fan, and a diehard Lions fan. I mean, that's all you need is Jeff Diamond to play golf with you, and then you have a Viking in there, and you'd be good. Yeah.
And a Brewers fan and a Cubs fan, and then a Michigan fan and a Badger. It's amazing we all get along.
Tigers, Brewers, and Cubs. I mean, goodness gracious, it is amazing that you guys all get along. I'm surprised. I be honest with you, I'm surprised that Dan, with you two guys,
I'm going to drag you from Baumhauer's behind the IHOP and give you a Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity.
I'm surprised Dan doesn't give the both of you a Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of like Grumpy. You don't know if he's going to kick your butt or cut your hair.
That is a great point. All right, man, we got you in.
Let me get off here. Y'all have a good weekend.
All right, appreciate you.
With Wolverine Dan, you don't know if he's going to kick your ass or cut your hair.
Grumpy is up next. Grumpy, welcome in. How are you?
Hey, man, that would be a long drag to be dragged from Baumhauer's all the way to IHOPs. That's like 2.5 miles, man.
No, it's for the next corner down where they are now.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a half a block. Remember, they're down there, and then you just right down to the deal. That's where, what do you mean? What are you talking about a judo thing on, man? It's a
that white thing you've got on, man. It looks like you're in a judo gi. And let me say this, too, man.
Pullover.
I mean, at your age, man, you should know better. Don't drink coffee in an all white jumper.
Well, it's a buckhorn pullover, and I think I can get through this with a cup of coffee, hopefully without spilling it on me, because this is a really nice.
You know how it is.
Yeah.
Well, hey, listen, man, I'm going to do my guesses on the text. I just want to clean a couple things up, or I won't sleep good tonight. AC is that Atlantic City, or is he a heat and air guy, or what's the AC for? Any idea?
No, it's his name. It's the initials of his name. Which I will say this: he says he's not in this country. So, and I tend to believe him because of the fact that his name it's kind of a different name. You know what I mean? It's a name that is a little bit different. I've seen his name when he signs his text. He does send quite a few texts, and his first name is like Aram. Is this Arom? Aram. I'll just say that.
I looked it up.
Yeah,
I looked it up, and 40 states do the NIL in high school. You were the other day. You referenced the vast
more
majority.
than that.
40 states. Well, that's what AI said. It's good to hear Ben Brad call in again. And with the Buckhorns, they gave up 12 points to somebody. Was that 2 missed PATs, or was that 4 field goals?
No, 2 missed. Well, they missed a PAT, and then they went for 2 and got stopped on that. So it ended up being that was Decatur. Yeah, that was Decatur. Yeah. And Buckhorn, the kid from Buckhorn, has kicked a 33, a 36, and a 39-yard field goal. But it's an amazing transformation. They were getting beat, 40. They had 40 plus hung on them last year in the first 3 games by Athens, Decatur, and Gaston City. And so they've already held the other 2 guys to 12 and 10, and now they get Gaston City to try and get to 3-0 in the first region game of the season.
Yeah, I'm a big fan at that level of football to having your best athletes as your linebackers, and you have 4.
Oh.
You get your athletes with some room to move. I love to see that kind of a defense.
Well, what they
high school.
They have a D1 kid at each of the 3 levels of defense. They've got a kid on the D line, Ian Harrell, that is a Rice commit. They got their kid as a sophomore, 6'2", 220-pound linebacker, Cortez Carr, that has offers from a bunch of schools, including Michigan. He's only a sophomore, and that was why I brought that story up.
Yeah,
I'm like, how do you keep that kid in state next year when he can go someplace else and get paid? And then they've got a defensive back, Devin Senegal, who got offers from a bunch of a group of 5 schools. So they've got D1 kids at all 3 levels.
Yeah, that's good to hear. But everybody's talking about the 3 passes that Lamb dropped.
Yeah,
that's not. Look, man, those don't add up to the fumble on the 10-yard line when you're running down the throats, man. That number 24 coughed the ball up on like the 10.
Yeah, that was bad.
That's what hurt the worst. Nobody's talking about that.
Well, I mean, that happened right before the lightning struck, and they didn't even run a play. So that happens. The lightning happens. And again, Imagine having over 47 in that game. I mean, it was 44 with 21 minutes to go in the game. They come back at 11:30 at night after the lightning delay and pretty much felt like they mailed it in. Both teams, I mean, it's just like nobody could score.
Thanks, man.
All right, appreciate you. Brandon is up next. We hadn't heard from Brandon in a minute. Good to hear him again. Brandon, we told the story. A lot of thoughts and prayers for you and your family and the family of those victims of that car wreck over there. And it's good to hear you again.
Well, I appreciate it. And I appreciate people like Vinny and LSU Lynch and some other people that were very good folks, and respect to you, and just appreciate good dudes. And
yeah.
There was some fireworks going on about your Buckhorn-Gadsden City game on the Blitz today. People saying some stuff, and there were some charged opinions about what they thought was going to go on in that game.
Oh, really? John, do tell.
Well, Randall hopped in on the chat earlier, and he was saying that Gadsden City is going to wipe the floor with them. Paraphrasing,
now,
of course.
Now, who is Randall?
One of the listeners?
He must be a Gadsden City Hawk. Yeah.
He's from Mountain Brook. He actually was somebody I'd never met before, but he drove over and came and stood 2.5 hours in the line to see the girls the other week.
Well, look, they're going to have Buckhorn will have to play sound, mistake-free football to beat the Gadsden City team down there at Gadsden City Stadium. Gadsden City got beat by Muscle Shoals 24-6 2 weeks ago and 56-7 last week by Hewitt Trustville. So they've played two really good teams. There's no doubt about it. But this is a different Buckhorn group as well. If Buckhorn doesn't make a lot of mistakes, they're +7 in the turnovers, Buckhorn. They take the ball away. They don't give it up. Threw for 300 yards last week after running for they ran for 200 yards week one. Last week they threw for 300 yards, and they play great defense. So buckle up, Buttercup. We'll see what happens. Thanks for the call, Brandon. Yeah.
70th birthday. So if y'all want to meet AC at the Waffle House, just make sure and stream it at WH5 on Twitter.
That's a good job by Brandon. Good way to end a week right there. So John has this Sparkman game tonight. You'll hear that on the High School Sports Streaming Network with Joe Hunk. They got Austin. I'll have the Buckhorn game on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Appreciate all you listening in Tennessee as well. Have a great night, everybody.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee